Wandering through the historic streets of Florence is like stepping back in time. The golden hues of the buildings and the aroma of fresh bread fill the air. Marvel at the intricate architecture, from the Grand Duomo to the quaint local shops. As you stroll along the cobblestones, the lively chatter of locals and the distant sound of street musicians create an enchanting atmosphere that captivates your soul.
In 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, we finish our tour, and I will give the microphone and the flag to Giuseppe. But I would like to use these last minutes with you to say something about the Medici family. And don't worry, because it is not going to be a history class. But we cannot finish a tour of Florence without knowing something about that family. They are bankers, I told you, moneylenders, extremely rich, extremely powerful, but also extremely frustrated because they don't have one drop of blue blood. And for those of you who don't know what that means, to have blue blood means that you are a noble person. So they are not noble people. In France at that time, it's exactly the opposite. The king of France has a lot of blue blood, but he has no money. They are the perfect conditions to organize a marriage. So it is important to tell you that in the Medici family we have two women who, in different moments of the history, became Queen of France. One is Catherine of the Medici family. She was a great cook. She exported to France many recipes of the Florentine cuisine. Above all, and now we turn right, above all, she brought to France the use of the fork. When people are still eating with the three fingers, no, to eat in a more civilized way, she brought the use. Before I tell you the name of the second Queen of France, I would like to point out to you here. People use the This is probably the most famous gelato.
Bene.
That would be. The other Queen of France of the Medici family is Maria. Maria de Medici. She had many children, and one of her daughters, Henrietta, came from England. She married Charles I. So, the family of merchants who became bankers, we find two people of France, one from England. We find two men who became popes. Unbelievable, two popes in the Medici family. And many cardinals. I mean, that is how powerful they were. And when people hear all these things about the Medici, they tell me, but how was it possible that such a big and powerful family died out?
Okay,
the answer is that everything has an end in this world. Sooner or later, you know? The Medicis, the dynasty of the Medicis has been one of the longest dynasties in the history of the Western world. They ruled for 3 centuries and a half. And anyway, when we arrive at the end of the dynasty, there is a great woman. And I promise that this is the last name I mentioned to you today. Anna Maria Luisa.
Wow.
Let's read a second right here. Anna Maria Luisa had 2 brothers. The 2 brothers did not have children. She also did not have children. And she was aware that with her death, that was it. So before dying, Anna Maria Luisa wrote a book. And we still have that book. It's in the archive of the state. And that book she wrote, I want to leave to the city of Florence all the incredible artistic patrimony collected by my family for over 3 centuries and a half. And she added all these works of art, to stay in Florence forever. And this will be for the education of the future generation and for the joy. That return to the city for the joy of the many foreigners that will come to visit. Okay, careful, madam, careful. Come over here in the sidewalk. On the sidewalk. Now, down here is the facade of the Basilica of Santa Croce. I am sure that some of you will notice something very unusual for a Catholic church. And I am speaking of the six-pointed Saint David, typically Jewish symbol. Oh. You know that the facade in marble was in addition made by a great architect who was a man of Jewish religion, and he left a clear sign of his faith, claiming as it's true, claiming that Jesus came from the house of David, you know, and therefore there is nothing wrong with that.
Wow.
But still, many people of Catholic religion, many people of Jewish religion find it a little bit unusual to have the six-pointed Star of David in the facade of a Catholic church.
I see that.
Now, listen, I would like you to take a quick look up there.
Vittorio.
You see the small plaque in marble? There is something written in Italian. The translation is, the water of the Arno River has arrived up here November the 4th, 1966.
Where the water went?
You remember I told you
Yes.
16 feet of water?
Yes.
Wow.
This is how it was in this
That's
square.
how high it was. Oh, wow.
And I tell you that all that quantity of water receded after only one day.
Oh,
The next day there was only mud. It was oily mud because the flood happened in November, when in every house there was the fuel for the heating for the next winter.
Oh.
And the oil is what caused many damages in the stores, in the apartments, and in the National Library.
How many people died?
Sorry?
How many people died?
Not many, I mean, it's always a lot. 22 people died, but considering the size of the flood, it is not a large number, because it happened at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Everybody was in bed, was at home, so nobody was outside in the traffic.
Oh.
Please, come this way now. Wow. And I'll tell you later, some of you want to be the guide in this area. We always like to suggest
Yeah, you take the purse. You take it.
this place you
You
see
take the
here
purse from me?
on your right.
My first?
Yes. The one they gave me.
Called the book
Yeah,
Garden.
Okay. All right.
In summer, we can also eat outside. Now it's on the inside, but we like to suggest this because they have excellent food, generous portions, moderate prices, but above all, they are not pushy. So if you just want to have a dish of salad or a dish of pasta and that's it, that's
Good advice. They already know because I sent them here. Right.
That's what you guys think.
Where you came?
We ate around the corner. Yeah, we didn't eat there. I can't remember the name of the place.
before I give the microphone. No, why don't you spend a moment dry here. Hit the wall. Now I would like to tell you that I know very well that
Gold
everywhere you
market.
go all over the world, at the end of a tour, the local guides will always say, "Come back. We have much more to show you." And I can't help it but say the same thing because I really had a lot more to show in Florence. But I hope that this short tour we had together helps you to understand that very few other places in the world have such a high concentration of monuments, works of art like you find here in Florence. In a few words, this wants to be an invitation to use your time today in the best way possible, and an invitation to see you back, to stay longer, and if you ever decide to come back, we will be always welcome. I thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed our tour. Arrivederci, goodbye. Thank you very much. Oh, that's it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Oh.
You good?
I'm tired.
You tired? I wanna go back to sleep now.
I really do too. And then the rain doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. I wanna go. We're gonna go sleep.
Always remember to say goodbye to the guide. Okay, just a second. We have a 2 radio and it's a little more complicated, but we did it. So, once you finish, to say goodbye to me, I'm going to start and give you some information what to do next.
The name of the town during the Roman Empire was Assisium.
Assisium.
Means town dedicated to Asia. Pagan dreams. You should worship in this.
That's what he said. Well, it makes sense.
The whole town was built with the same material, limestone.
Oh, limestone.
No brick here, lots of limestone. Contains iron. That's why this is big.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I hope
You feel how cold it is? You didn't bring a jacket? Janet, I told you.
It's okay. Walk it on.
Go over there. Look at the book.
This was so nice.
Wow, look at that view.
Imagine what you in the night.
Let the man, let the guide. Let the guide go. Man's leading, let the man go.
if I walk in front of you, you have me in all your pictures.
I-
I'm very wide.
Oh,
So you better walk in.
walk in front of you or behind you?
Otherwise, I'll be in all your pictures.
Nah, I look away. So is it normally busy or it's because of Sunday?
No, it's not busy. No, it's winter.
Oh, okay.
Very few people here. What is busy for us is not for Romans or people to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Look, you have a nice view.
Wow, look at that view. My goodness, man. Wow. Yes.
Can you hear us? Also in the okay, good. I see Jet raising his hand to the furthest one. I would like to remind you that tonight, when we get off the bus, it's the last time we see Valeria. So, if you still have to prepare this sheet, you need to withdraw the money. There is an ATM in the main square of the city. You know, no, it's better to say because then you say to me, "Oh, you didn't remind us." You know.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
We will definitely say.
Oh, Valeria. Yeah. So, just keep it in mind. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I was holding on to my little cash for that reason.
That's the bus driver.
What do you think is that? What made our ancestors their homes and villages on top of hills?
For protection?
Usually it's protection, defense, fortification. In this area of Italy, because thousands and thousands of years ago, what you see down there has been under the sea. Originally, long time ago, we had the sea covering the whole area between Florence and Rome. We had few volcanoes, very active. You can't see them today, it's very hazy, but usually you can. eruption after eruption, all this lava coming out, ash stone starts making Italy in the center much wider. Instead of the sea, you get the swampy area, wetland, mosquitoes, where the malaria has been the biggest problem for the local population for centuries. Our first inhabitants originate from Asia. They were of Indo-European origins, called Umbris. And when the Umbris arrived here, it was impossible for them to build down in the valley because there were no valleys those days. Water for mosquitoes. They didn't know about malaria, but nobody ever liked mosquitoes. Okay, so this is the main reason why all our old towns around here, they were built on top of hills. What happened to the water? The Romans invaded the area in the 3rd century BC. The Romans arrived here in the year 264 BC. They've conquered the whole area, one town after the other. We became a Roman colony. We were kept by the Romans.